today class we will going to discuss about inheritance, obviously, but with an applications. Okay, inheritance. So now there are two class. Okay, so one class contain the employees detail. Okay, so here, so one class contain the employee detail. This is the class employee here, and in this class there are a few things that like EMP code here, the member data type or member data, or you can say the different variables here. So EMP code is here, then there is a EMP name is here, and then the basic salary. Okay, this is a basic salary or the basic pay, you can say. So these are things are inputted in the employee class. Okay, and this employee class, this value will transfer or will be inherited in another class called income tax. Now in income tax there are a few variables here, or few instance variable, that is called DA, HRA, and gross pay, and then net pay, and obviously tax calculations is also there. And now in this class there are two methods here, and one method is the get data, okay, or input data, and another method is show that data. Okay, show that data. And in this class also there are methods, okay, which calculate or compute the income tax. So one method is here, compute, and then another method is display. We display the data. Now there are certain criteria here in income tax, that what are the criteria here. So if say the annual salary, if annual salary is like say up to 1 lakh, rupees, up to 1 lakh, so there will be no tax. Okay, no tax is there. Now between 1 lakh to 1,50,000, okay, and the tax is 10%. The tax is 10% above 1 lakh, that is exceeding 1 lakh. So okay, exceeding 1 lakh. And this is the first, that if it is under or equal to 1 lakhs, no tax is there. Between 1 lakhs and 1,50,000, the 10% exceeding 1 lakh. So like say if I have say 1,20,000 the income, so I have to pay on only 20,000 10% on 20,000, not the 1,20,000. Okay, that's why it's exceeding 1 lakhs. Okay, and then there is 1,50,000, that above 1,50,000, and 2,50,000. So this is the 2,50,000. So the income tax will be 20%, of exceeding 1 1.5 lakhs. Okay, 1.5 lakhs, and plus there is another catch is here. So 5,000 extra, 5,000 extra need to be paid, and then above 2 lakhs 50,000. So if above 2 lakh 50,000, above 2 lakh 50,000, so what is that? The income tax will be 30%, and on of exceeding 1,50,000. Okay, above 1,50,000 if it that, 2,50,000. Okay, because if it is that, then it need to be paid here another 20,000, that is plus 20,000 rupees. Okay, so this is the criteria, this is the criteria, and there will be another, that is surcharge here. So above 10 lakh, if the salary is above 10 lakhs, okay, above 10 lakhs, so it is 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakhs, and then above 10 lakhs the surcharge will be 10%. Okay, so these are the criterias. Now again I am explaining it this. There are two classes. One class is the employee class here. Okay, one class is employee class here. Okay, and in this employee class these three instance variables are there, or a member variables are there, and these two member methods are there, and then there is another class income tax, DA, gross pay, net pay. So this class will inherit this employee class. So all the contents of the class will be here in this class, and in this class these are the instance variables, and these are the methods here. Okay, two methods is here. So now in the calculation method here, in a calculation method there is some criteria here. If the less than or equal to 1 lakh rupees, then there will be no tax. If it is from 1 lakh to 1,50,000, 10% tax exceeding 1 lakhs, and if it is more than 1,50,000 to 2,50,000, 20% of exceeding 1,50,000. Okay, exceeding 1,50,000, then again 5,000 has extra to be paid, and then there is a 2,50,000. If above 2,50,000, then 30% of exceeding 2,50,000. Okay, and plus 20,000 extra has to be paid. But here there is another tax, that is surcharge here. So if more than 10 lakh is there, then or equal to more than or equal to 10 lakhs, the more than equal to 10 lakhs, then the 10% has to be paid extra. Okay, so I think this is absolutely clear to everybody, isn't it? So let's do the class and do the programmings in the Eclipse IDE. So I'll create the entire classes here, and the inheritance here. So in the previous class we did that, the inheritance, introduction to inheritance. So you people watch that previous video if you don't haven't watched. And now let's move to the Eclipse IDE. So here there is a class here. I'll define here one class is here, and that and I'll create the package here. So I'll remain this package, and then do the class here, and this class name I'll give this employee. Now employee here. Okay, now I have created the class here. So here I'll define the instance variables. So I'll define the instance variables with not the private variables. So I'll just simple variables I'll defining here. So first I'll define the string emp name, and then again another variables, that is the int emp emp code, and then in double I'll define the basic pay. Okay, so now basic pay is now I have defined these three instance variables. Okay, and then I'll define one method that will take the values, okay, from the users. So, and here I'll define the input stream reader and buffer reader, okay, by which we can input the values here. Okay, so let's define one method here, void, and void get data, void get data, and here you know that there will be one exception throws, so I'll write it here, throws, okay, throws IO exceptions, throws IO exceptions, throw IO exceptions. So now I have thrown IO exceptions. So IO exceptions are given here. Now I'll just define two class name here. So here input stream, so input stream readers, and I'll give here in, and then input. Previously you know that we have entered the value, we have entered the value with the help of scanner class. Now here I am going to enter the value here with the input stream reader class and buffer reader class. Okay, now again another class I need to give here, buffered reader. Okay, so buffer reader br equal to new buffer reader, and here that in that we have created here the objects of the input stream reader that will be the pass out as a constructor value here. And now I have taken the values of input stream reader and the buffer reader, and now I will take the today too many disturbances are there, 1 minute. Now here I have taken the input stream reader and buffer reader here, and now I'll give one message here, sys out. Now I'll put it here, enter name. Okay, enter name, I'll put the enter name here, and so name is here, the variable name is emp. Okay, emp name here, and equal to, now I have to take name, so I write here br dot read line. Okay, br dot read line. So this will input the name of the employee, and then I am going to take the emp code and basic pay. So emp code equal to, now here if I'll put it here br dot read line, so this will give me, see, br dot read line will give the string value, so I need to be converted back into the integer here. So here, and you know this br dot read line will be the object class, so I need here the wrapper class. So this is called the integer dot %. So I need to convert that integer dot %, and that's emp code here. So this emp code need to be converted, but yes, that will be need to be converted with here. So I'll take here br dot read lines. Okay, so it will it will take the value in with the help of BR read lines, say 1001, the employee code. That employee code is in string, okay. So that this integer dot parseInts will convert the value into integer format, okay. EMP, it's a primitive data types, so it will be converted back. Now there is another here data type here I have used, that is double in basic pay. So here EMP basic pay, so here sorry, so here it is the variable name is basic pay here, so I'll write it here basic pay. So here basic pay equal to, now here it's a double, so what should I give here? It's a double. I'll give here double dot parse double. Now I'll give here parse double, okay, parse double, and then br dot read lines, Now I have taken the three values, okay, EMP code, EMP name, EMP code, and basic pay. So this the data this methods now will take the EMP name, EMP code, and basic pay. Now I am going to create another method here, and that method is called the display method, okay, and the show data. So I'll give here show data. So it will show the data, that is the name, the code, and the basic pay of the employee, okay. Now let's I'll put it here system shout, so system.out.println. so here I write here employee name, and employee name equal to here plus, so here EMP name, so I'll give this EMP name here, and then I will print the employee code here, shout, and I'll print the employee code equal to EMP code, and then the basic pay, and the basic pay is defined here as basic pay equal to so basic pay. Now another method I have defined. So here you see that in an employee class the three instance variables are there, okay, and there are two methods. One method will get the value, another method will show the value. Now I am going to create another class, and that class is the income tax class, okay. So let's create another class here. So here income tax class. So here in income tax this will inherit the which class? It will inherit the employee class, okay, employee class it will inherit. Now you see that now extends employee. So here I need to define few variables for the income tax class, okay. So what are the variables here? It is double, then I'll define here DA, okay, and HRA, and we can define separately here like this. Here you can define here separately also double, then there is DA, now HRA. Sorry, here there will be no, it's only the tax here. Now we have to calculate the tax here. So here I need to double here tax here, and then the gross pay, It's actually, now we will take the net pay here, because I am not going to calculate any other parameters here, so only the tax here. So the tax that let's go back to our let's go back to our these slides here. So there are certain criteria here of the income tax. So if less than 1 lakh or equal to 1 lakhs, no tax. If it is between 1 lakhs and 1 lakh 50,000, that is more than 1 lakhs and 1 lakh 50,000, so 10% exceeding 1 lakhs, and between it's greater than if the salary is basic pay is 1 lakh 50,000 and 2 lakh 50,000, 20% exceeding 1 lakh 50,000, and then plus 50,000 extra, okay. And then above 2 lakh 50,000 to 30% tax, and exceeding 2 lakh 50,000 plus 20,000 need to be paid by the employee. And there will be surcharge if the salary is above 10 lakhs, then 10% will be paid extra, the employee paid to the governments, okay. So obviously you know that the tax is collected by governments. Now these entire things here I'm going to create that. So let's create another method here, that method called the compute. So since I have taken the I have extended the employee or inherit the basic inherit the employee class, and there basic pay is there, so I'll just call that basic pay here directly, okay. So so here, so I'll calculate the basic pay as that if basic pay here is greater than equal to, or sorry, less than equal to 1 lakh rupees, okay, less than equal to 1 lakh. So now it's 110, okay, so it's 1 lakh. So the tax is, what is the tax here, is 0.0, okay, no tax will be paid here. Now if the salary, or if the basic salary or basic pay is greater than 1 lakh, if the basic pay is greater than 1 lakh, so I'll put it here, greater than, and basic pay less than equal to 1 lakh 50,000. So 1 lakh 50,000, so the tax is 10% above 1 lakh. So how can I minus it above 1 lakh? That is basic pay. I'll put it here, basic pay minus 1 lakh. So it should be there inside a bracket here, because now it deduct the 1 lakh rupees, and then it will calculate the 10%. So what will I do here, 10%, that is either 10 divided by 100, or I'll directly put here 0.1%. so it's a 0.1% means 10%. Now there is another, that if the salary, the basic pay is more than 1 lakh 50,000 within, and then under 2 lakh 50,000, then the tax will be 30% and 20%, and the extra 5,000 need to be paid here. So how will I do that? So let's I'll take another else if. So is the basic pay is greater than equal to it's greater than 1 lakh 50,000, not equal to here. So it's 1 lakh 50,000 and means double ampersand, okay, it will give ampersand, then basic pay less than equal to 2 lakh 50,000. Guys, don't put here comma here, like say somebody you put here comma, so it will be wrong here. You see this, there is a red color, so don't put anything any sign here. And now here I need to calculate the 20% of tax here. So that 20% tax, so exceeding 1,50,000. Okay, so I'll put it here, basic pay minus 1,50,000. So it will be first minus it, first deduct it 1,50,000, and then it will be 20%. Okay, 20% means 0.2, and then 5,000 rupees extra. So 5,000 rupees extra need to be paid here. Okay, so here I am adding 5,000 extra. And last but not the least, so if one that is more than 2,50,000, so the tax will be 30%. So I write it here else, and then tax equal to, so exceeding 2,50,000. So first I'll put it here, basic pay minus 2,50,000 into 30%, that is 0.3% plus 25,000 extra. Okay, so yeah, what is there? Yeah, 25,000 extra need to be paid here. So here 25,000 you need to be paid here. So here again you have to add here 25,000 rupees extra here. So now you got it here, and now the tax is calculated. Then the net pay, so what is the net amount here? So it will be net pay like this. You need to define like this. So net pay equal to, that is the basic pay. Okay, basic pay minus tax. Okay, so whatever the tax is there, so it will be cut off and then it will be paid to you, okay, as an employee. So this is the methods here. First here, if basic pay less than equal to 1 lakhs, no tax. If more than 1 lakhs and less than 1,50,000, 10% will be deducted from the basic salary. Above this 1 lakhs and then 1,50,000, 2,50,000. So above 1,50,000, 20%, and then 5,000 extra. And if it is more than 2,50,000, so 2,50,000 deducted amount in the basic pay. Say if 4 lakhs income is there, okay, so 2,50,000 will be deducted, and the 30% on only 1,50,000, okay, and then 25% extra need to be paid here. Now there is another conditions here. I just forget here, surcharge here. So we need another variables here as surcharge. Okay, we need another variable, surcharge. So surcharge will be 10% on what ground? Surcharge will be paid that is above 10,000. Okay, if basic pay is above 10,000, basic pay above greater than 10,000, sorry, not 10,000, 10 lakh rupees. So 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakhs. Okay, so what will be the surcharge here? 10%. So here surcharge, okay, surcharge equal to basic pay into 10%, 0.1%. okay. Now we need to add this surcharge here with the, if there is no surcharge here, then it will be 0 0, that means it will remain 0 0. Okay, so I have to give the initializations here. So it need to be under the bracket here, plus tax plus surcharge. Okay, tax plus surcharge. So if there is no surcharge, then it will be 0, then tax plus 0 minus basic pay. If there is that, then it will be need to be calculated above 10 lakhs. Now here I'll give here another define another method here, display. Okay, and in this display methods, first of all we need to call the method which I have defined here, the display method here. So data here, so here I'll just I'll just call that method here. So the method is here show data here. So I'll put it here show data. So show data here. So now first it will print the show data, that is the this part the data is here, okay, and then I'll display the tax and the net pay here, okay, the tax and the net pay. So let's sys out here tax, okay, paid equal to, so here it is a tax, and then sys out, and then here it is a net pay here. So net pay, now I have defined the values here. So there will be another class that will create the object of income tax, okay. So let's create another class. In that class so here test employee data here, and in this class public static void main will be there. So here I'll create the objects of the income tax class, okay. I'll create the income tax class ob equal to new income tax class, and then ob dot. So first I'll call the ob dot, which method I'll call the get data method, okay, and that get data method will be there in the first class, you know that. So what is the problem here? Okay, there will be one exception here, because you know that in get data here, in get data method, so it's input stream reader, so it will throw an exceptions here. So I will put these exceptions here, I'll just copy it and paste it here in these, you need to paste it here, okay. IO exceptions, okay, IO exceptions, throws IO exceptions. Now this error has been gone here, you see this, that error is gone. So whenever you define here through the input stream reader and buffer reader, it need throws IO exceptions. So when you call the methods in anywhere, so here I am calling the method and I am calling the method here so here I am called the methods get data, so I need to give here throw I exception 2 here, okay, otherwise it will throw an error. Now then I'll call the ob dot, I'll not call the ob dot show data, because I will call the ob dot show data within that display data, okay, that's why I'll not call here. Now here compute here, okay, that compute method need to be called here, and then ob dot display, okay, ob dot display. Now I have defined all the method here with the help of income tax object, and this income tax class will inherit the employee class, okay, this employee class data, okay. So in employee class there will be 3 variables here, instance variables, and 2 methods here, and in this income tax class there will be 3 variables also here and 2 methods here. That one method is calculate the income tax, okay, and the another method that will call the display, and within the display there will be another method with call from the base class, that is show data. Let's run it here. So let's run it. Now here it will ask the name here, so I'll give here name, say I'll give here Lalit, and then oh, I haven't give any sort of here. I will give you any sorts of, I only entered number. Employee code in a basic pay is not given here, so that's why it's not taken. So let's see, just remain at it. So the salary is say 1,20,000. Okay, salary is 1,20,000. Sorry, this will be the code here, because the code is next. So let's say salary will be 1,50,000. So here you can see this, the employee code is here. I just mistakenly it will be 1,20,000, but actually maybe it's less. The employee code is 1,20,000 and the basic pay is 1,50,000. So 1,50,000. So on 50,000, you see that's the 1 lakh above, that is above 1 lakh, that is 1,50,000. Okay, so on 50,000 the 10% is calculated is here 5,000, and the deducted that net amount you have been paid here 1,45,000. So let's run it once more here. So I'll modify here. I'll modify the things. So I'll modify here sys out and enter employee code. And here sys out employee basic salary, okay, or basic pay. Okay, so let's run it again. Now here it will ask the name of the employee, so I'll put it here, say Virat, okay, Kohli, and say his code is say 1001. Okay, it's, and then the basic pay, and then the basic pay is say 5 lakh rupees. So it is 50,000, 5 lakh rupees. So you see this, it's a Virat Kohli here. The employee code is 1001 and the basic pay is 5 lakhs. So tax paid on that 5 lakhs, it will be, it's around 1 lakhs, and the you need to pay here. So if it is say paid, if say salary will be say one more times, I'll take that salary will be 12,000. Okay, so what will happen here? So salary will be here, see here, the employee name is Kamal here, the employee code is 1002 and the salary is 12 lakh. So it's 1,20,000. Okay, I think it's 20 lakh, 1,12,000 here. See this, the tax paid. So here surcharge also deducted here, so he will get 7,70,000. So in this way we have defined two class here. Employee class is a base class here, and in this class the only the data and this data is inputted, and another class in income tax I have access the basic pay here, because this basic pay is defined inside the employee class. Okay, but I will accept this because it is an extend class. Okay, it is an extend class. That's how I can access. Yes, but what if this basic pay is in private data? Okay, what if his basic pay is only this? I'll give this basic pay as a private data. So what will happen here? Say now I have defined a private data. Now you see there will be one error here. So I can't access the private data. Okay, I can't access the private data. So what will I do here? What will I do here? I will send that data here via one method. So I need to create one getter method here. So let's how can create a setter getter method. So I'll just only here I'll give one getter method here. You just go here, right click here and go to the source. I will in the next class I will explain the setter getter method fully. So here go to here, then here setter getter methods. Only I need the basic pay as a setter as a getter methods. Now generate one getter method. So see here one getter method has been created here. So return it's created all the getter method, but I need only the basic pay. So I don't want this, so I'll just delete this. I don't want this because I need only the basic pay here. Now how can I access that? It's not here visible here. Okay, I'll call the method directly here. So it will return the value here, whatever contain in the value here it will return. Okay, and return directly here. So I'll put the method directly called here, and then here is also required this method. So I'll change here, required the method name here. See only this happen that when I have defined the value as the private. Okay, now let's run it again. See, whenever you define the data as a private member, then the problem is that that directly cannot call it. Okay, so I'll give here, say a name here, say again the Lalit, and then employee code say 1001, and say I'll give 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so you see the 1 lakh rupees here, 1 lakh. This need to be actually I need to call the function here directly, because that functions will give the value here directly, send a value that gets basic pay here. Okay, now let's run it again. Let's run it again. I'll do this. So here say Lalit, and employee code is 1001 and 1 lakh rupees. So it is 10,000, 1 lakh. Now you see that there is no tax here, because on 1 lakh there will be no tax. So whatever that's the payment, the basic pay, the salary will be same here. So here when I defined any variables with the private data, that will not be called directly. Okay, that will not call directly here. That's why I need to define one getter method here. Okay, so in this way we have defined all that with here, as I defined here the two class here, one class employee, another class income tax, and then in income tax all the calculation is done. I think you people have understood all this. Okay, so in next class we will do lots of other things, and also I will explain the entire concept of the private class. Okay.